Every morning, the 30-year-old man woke up with a heavy feeling in his chest. Not pain, just exhaustion. The kind that slowly drains you without making a sound. He reached for his phone. One friend had just bought a house. Another got promoted. Someone else posted wedding photos, smiling like life had finally made sense. And then there was him. Temporary jobs, unstable income, no clear direction to call his own. The same questions returned, like echoes he couldn't escape. Am I a failure? Where did I go wrong? Did I miss my chance in life? They said success meant a house, a car, a steady position. But if you chase someone else's definition of success, while your heart grows emptier every day, is that still success? Many people look like they're winning, but not all of them are living their own lives. Today's story is not about a winner. It's about a man who almost gave up, and the 3 people who changed the way he saw himself. He had just turned 30, the age people said everything should be settled, but nothing in his life ever stayed still. Job after job, place after place, nothing lasted long enough to be called a career. Every new beginning came with hope. Every ending came with doubt. He started avoiding class reunions, avoiding old friends, not because he hated them, but because he couldn't stand explaining how far he had come when he didn't even know himself. One rainy afternoon, he stepped into an old cafe on a quiet street corner. The wooden chairs were worn. The coffee still carried that familiar bitter warmth. And there, across from him, sat his former teacher. The teacher was still calm, still quiet, still watching people the same way he always had. After a long silence, he said only one sentence. "You look like someone who has traveled very far, but never knew where he was going." For the first time, the man didn't hide. He spoke about feeling behind, about being left behind, about his deepest fear that maybe it was already too late. The teacher didn't lecture, didn't advise. He simply wrote down 3 names, 3 addresses. Then he said, "They failed harder than you ever did, but they didn't let failure become who they are. Go meet them. Listen to their stories. Don't argue, just listen." The man held the paper in his hand. He didn't know why, but for the first time in a long while, he felt like he was stepping into something new. The first place was a small auto repair shop at the end of a dusty road. The air smelled of oil and rusted metal. Steel clanged against steel. That man had been expelled from school, called useless, written off early. But there was one thing he could do better than anyone: take broken things apart. Day after day, he learned from mistakes, from angry customers, from bolts that wouldn't move. Years passed. And one day, people started coming to him when no one else could fix the problem. They said, if anyone can repair it, he can. Standing there, watching those oil-stained hands work, the 30-year-old man finally understood. Success doesn't come from doing many things well. It comes from going deep into one thing. The second stop was a small food shop in a narrow alley. Old tables, peeling paint, and always customers. The woman who owned it used to be an office worker, stable salary, quiet cubicle, and every day, she said she felt herself slowly dying behind the screen. So she quit, spent her savings on this tiny kitchen. The first 2 years brought no profit. Some days only a few meals were sold. Some nights, she sat alone, ready to close for good. But she said, "Every morning I wake up without hating my life anymore." Slowly, people returned. One customer brought another, and the shop came alive. The man understood something else that day. Not everything that feeds your body feeds your soul, but when your soul wakes up, the road ahead begins to open. The final address led to a quiet, spotless apartment. Calm, orderly, almost silent. That man had once been at the top of his class, excellent at everything, first in every subject. But he looked at the younger man and said slowly, "I know many things, but I never became anyone." There was nothing he followed long enough to become his identity. Then he added one final warning. If you don't choose a road for yourself, you'll spend your entire life standing at the crossroads. On the way home, the 30-year-old man saw his life differently. For the first time, he understood. He hadn't failed because he lacked ability. He had failed because for years he never truly chose one thing and followed it all the way. The truth is, there is no such thing as too late. There is only one question left. Do you dare to choose again? You can keep comparing yourself to others. You can keep waiting for the perfect moment. But one thing is certain: time will not wait for you. If today were the last day you still had the courage to change direction, What would you choose? Find one thing you once loved. Start again, even slowly, but make sure it is yours. You may not be successful yet. You may still feel uncertain, but at least you are no longer living a life that doesn't belong to you. And if you see yourself in this story, share it with someone who needs to stand up again. Then leave one sentence for yourself. I will start again from